What's up, guys? This is Elish Couture. Please and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be so glad. This is a very lovely tutorial you want to watch. Please stay behind and let's go into the tutorial. You will definitely love this style. Very unique and classic. So let's come along and know how to sew this beautiful bubu gown. See how lovely it is. So let's go into the tutorial. Thank you. So I used 2 yards of Ankara fabric for this gown. If you can use 4, 5 yards, the more your fabric, the more puffy it comes out. So I folded it into 4. Look at how I'm folding it. I fold it into 4. 1, then I fold again. You see how I'm folding my fabric, because I want to cut both. You can see I want to cut both the front and the back at the same time. Then I place my fabric on my table to cut out. So look at it. So like that, I'm going to cut both the front and the fabric together, then cutting it with the sleeves also. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So I start from the edge of the fabric, so that will be the middle. So from there, that's my starting point. I mark it out. So from there I measure my shoulder, then the length where I want my sleeve to be, I measure it. I'm so sorry, I'm still going to show all this thing very well for us to be able to see. So from that shoulder, and here, as you can see, I measure it forward from my shoulder length, for my sleeve. So from there I mark my neck width. If you want to do V shape, that is, I just did the V neck shape, but I'm not using V neck, so I'm using round neck. So I use 2 inches for the back, then 3 inches for the front width. So that is what I'm marking. So I marked out the back and the front neckline together. If you want the V neck, that's the one I did first. So, but I'm not using the V neck, I'm using the round neck. So that's my front, that's my back neck. So I've measured this length of my sleeve. So from there, yes, so that we can be able to see very. So I connect from that my shoulder point to my sleeve length. Then I come down by 1.5 for my shoulder slope. So from there, from that my shoulder slope, I come down by 8.5 inches to my bust point. So I'm going to connect. You can come down by 8.5, 9 inches. It depends how free you want it to be. So I connect my lines. So now from this line, I took 10 inches because that's the largest size of my body measurement. So for it to be able to be very free for me, instead of measuring my bust, add this, add that, so I just measure my hip divided by 4, that is 10. So I mark 10 plus 2 inches, 2 inches is allowance, then 2 inches allowance for sewing allowance. So that is what I mark all through. That's 14 inches. I marked it all through. I did not even stress myself. I just marked it all through, then I connect it. I connect all those lines together. As you can see me doing, I just cuffed it at the sleeve length. So I cut it out like that. So 14 inches, just don't stress yourself. Your hip measurement divided by 4, then your hip allowance, then your sewing allowance. So that is what I use for the measurement. So that is it. That's just the cutting. Doesn't have any stress at all. So I cut it out, then I'll cut the back neck first, then the front neckline first, then I'll cut the shoulder also, the shoulder slope. I'll cut it also. So that's the back neckline that I'm cutting. Don't forget, if you want your V-neck, you can do it the way I did my was. I don't want V-neck, I want a round neck. So I cut the front, then I remove the back rather, then I remove it, then cut the front neckline also, then I cut the shoulder slope. I later cut the shoulder slope. Yeah, so that's the front, that's the back. So then I place right side facing each other, right side facing each other. If I want to sew, then I cut it out. Right side facing each other, then I cut out. Yeah, so now for my lining, for me I want to tape the neckline, so I place my neckline on another fabric, the same fabric, place it on it, then cut it out as in a bias form. So that is what I'm doing. Then I give it an allowance for me to be able to sew it all through down. Then I trace my shock, cut it out. I did the same thing with the back also. So that is my facing. That is my facing. So I cut out my facing, place my fabric on another fabric, the light neckline, then I cut it out. So that is how it's going to be. I'm going to place it on it, then sew it together all through, right side facing each other. Then I'll turn it all to look at what I'm doing. So that's what I would do. The same thing, I'll apply it to the back neckline also, to cut it out and then sew. So this is it. I've go ahead and sew it. Then I've joined the two shoulders also together. As you can see, I place it together, right side facing each other, then sew the two shoulder, then put my facing on it, then sew. Then the side, I'm going to sew my allowance, my lining allowance, then my allowance for the fabric, the one I took, which is 2 inches. That is what I'm going to do now also. Then I'll sew it all through down. So look at it. I've sewed the allowance. I first of all tape the neck and the sleeve length, the sleeve. I taped it, then sew it all through down. Then I tape also the down part also. If you don't want to tape it down, you can leave it. So the other side, the line that the sewing allowance I did, look at what I'm doing. I'm going to fold it into two, then sew it on the fabric. Look at what I just did. Look at 1, 2. I'll fold it, then sew it all through down, because that is where the loop will pass through. So look at it. I fold it, then sew it all through down for it to have a space to pass my loop. So I'll not sew it all through to the sleeve. I'll sew it just like 2 inches before the armhole. I'll sew it just 2 inches before the armhole. So I'll do it on the front, the two the two sides rather. That's what I will do. Then for my loop, I cut 2 inches, then fold it. Look at where I'm folding it, then fold it into 3, then sew it all through. Make sure your loop is very long, because this is a gown. So now I've folded it, I've sewed it also, then I've sewed my loop also. Then I'm going to fix my loop inside the space I just created on the two sides. So look at it. I'm just going to pass it all through. That is what I'm trying to do. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for us to be able to see new videos every day. I'm so glad. I'll be so glad if you do so for me. Please and please and please. So this is one, please. And also you can also check out for my other video tutorial. If you don't get anything that I'm trying to say, please just give me a message on the comment section, then I'll try to explain very well for us. Thank you so much for doing that. Please subscribe, share, and also like, please and please and please. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate. For my subscribers, I really appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing all the time. Thank you so much. So now I'm trying to pass, so I pass it all through. You know, it's a two side. So I folded it, I passed. So then this is, I want to put it in on the other side also. So look at it. I put it on the other side also, because we have two sewing at the side, two, one on the first side, the second one on the other side. So that is what I'm trying to do. So I folded it again. I passed it through it again on the other side too. So I'm going to pull it out. This is a very simple bubu gown that you just like. You will love it. You will definitely love it when you finish sewing it. As you can see on the mannequin before we start the tutorial, you can see it's lovely. So I'm trying to pass it through to the other side again. So voila, we just, after doing that, do it on the other side too, then stretch it out. Just pull it so that it will give out that beautiful design out. So that is it. I'll do the same thing on the other side too. Yeah, so that is it. So this is the outcome of what we just did. Now look at how lovely it is. Look at how lovely it is. So guys, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, share and comment. I'll be so glad if you can do that for me. Then if you have any tutorial that you want me to do for us, just let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. So try it out. Bye.